So what's going on, guys? My name is MrDalekJD. Thank you for joining me, where I'm going to show you something really exciting in Shadows of Evil, and I'm pretty sure this is all part of the main Easter egg quest for the map, but we still haven't quite figured it out at the time of this video going up, but I'm sure by the time you've seen this, there'll be advancements to this. But I wanted to show you this, as this is a really crazy part where we actually get to kill the SHADOWMAN, and you'll be able to start to do this once you've managed to get an upgraded sword. So I have a link down below in the description on how to get an upgraded sword, but you'll need to do the main quest to open the Pack-a-Punch machine, as well as get a sword and then upgrade it. So from this point onwards, what you want to do is you want to head into Nero's lair, and you want to go around the room just holding square on objects until eventually you'll see this ghostly presence appear above the ritual table, which is really freaky. Now, what you need to do is go down to the rift area, and you may have noticed this hanging from the ceiling, but this kind of weird looking flag has fallen down and is standing in place in the rift area. Now, when you pick this flag up, zombies will not spawn, but you'll have an infinite amount of meatballs and parasites coming after you, which is really crazy. And actually, when you head up from the rift up towards the kind of main square, you'll start to notice these crazy things on the floor with like beams of electricity coming out. Now what you actually have to do here is we need to charge up the flag. So you want to pop this down in one of the locations that are shining, the flag will pop down, and then you'll have to fend off against loads of meatballs and parasites. Now as this is all going on, the SHADOWMAN will randomly appear at points during the flag charging process, and he'll start to try and put a spell on you. So before he gets a chance to do that, you need to shoot him, and it will appear about 4 times before the flag is done, and you'll know when that's done because you'll hear a really loud ding, very similar to the ding that you'd hear in Shangri-La. Now you need to do this twice, so once you've charged up the flag, take it over to another area and repeat this process. Now once you've charged up the flag and go to another area, it will spawn a max ammo for you, which makes things very useful, as of course you'll be fending off against tons and tons of meatballs, and a civil protector is very good at this point in order to protect yourself. Now once you've managed to do this and charged up the flag at 2 different points, you'll notice there's a load of weird symbols spawning on the floor with like a really fluorescent purple color. You want to avoid those, as if you stand on those, they will actually inflict damage on you, and you want to go back to any ritual table for any of the characters. And as you walk up to the table, you'll notice the flag will be planted down, and the energy that you just charged from it will be going towards this crazy ghost gatekeeper. Now you'll need to repeat this 4 times, of course, for each of the characters' rituals, but this can only be done once per round, and after doing this, I'm pretty sure it will spawn a Margwa on you, so you need to make sure to take that out and make sure that you're keeping safe. So in between rounds you're training up the zombies and perhaps leaving like maybe 3 or 4, because when you pick up this flag again down in the rift, like I mentioned at the start, all zombies will despawn and there'll be an infinite spawn of meatballs. So these like electricity locations can be found in the square, in the waterfront, in the canals, and in the footlight district. Now once you've managed to do this for each of the 4 ghost gatekeepers, you'll go back down to the rift, and you'll notice that where the gate worms are for the Pack-a-Punch, there's actually going to be these keepers kind of sleeping around each of these gate worms, and you may or may not have noticed, but the SHADOWMAN is there in the middle, floating in this crazy bubble. Now these gatekeepers are actually asleep, and we need to activate this. So once you go in this room, you will not be able to leave, so you have to complete this step right. There'll be a bunch of zombies that will spawn. You can easily make these guys into crawlers, that way they won't be able to keep attacking you, and you can just easily keep control of them. But what we need to do is we need to go around to all of these ghosts that are sleeping and hold square on them until each of them have woken up. And you need to do this in quite a fast time, otherwise they will go back to sleep again and you need to do it again. Now once you have activated this, the keepers will emit all of their energy into the SHADOWMAN's bubble, and it will actually break his bubble, and you'll actually be able to shoot him. Now he'll start teleporting around a few different areas, but he'll eventually start to back up from the room towards the ritual table there. Once you've finally gotten the SHADOWMAN to be floating above the ritual table, you just want to go up to it and place down the summoning key, and the SHADOWMAN will start his summoning, and you'll actually be able to kill the SHADOWMAN, and that is the crazy step complete. Now, I'm not too sure what happens after this, but as I said, I'll update you guys with everything that comes up after this step. Surely this is not the end. It felt a little bit anticlimactic for that to be the end of the Easter egg, but this is the furthest I've seen so far. But I'll update the description with the next step once you've managed to figure it out, and of course I'll be bringing you a full tutorial on how to do the Easter egg in Shadows of Evil. But thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this, drop a like rating, make sure to subscribe for more, and I'll catch you on another one soon.